guys, welcome to an OEB modding video. Now it was mentioned on Ian Robson's channel. Some guy asked how to make a mod. I said it'd be a long process. Thinking about it, getting the basics down, maybe not too long. Anyway, going to do a little series on making a mod from scratch. So we're going to start by launching a timer. It'd help if I reset it. That's how long it took to sort this out. Finally found a timer. There we go. Starting from the beginning. Right then. Minimise. Cool little app. There you go. Snaz. Good stuff. Anyway. Blender. Let's begin. Right. This series is going to be about a trailer. So, not sure how you activate screencast anymore now. That's up here somewhere. User preferences. Somewhere. Not a clue. We're wasting time. Wasting time. I don't know where it is. User. Community. No, that's Giants. Enabled. Disabled. Development. No, not a clue. Say somewhere. Yeah. Sorry. No idea how to put screencast on. Not off the top of my head. But anyway, I just have to tell you. Shift A. Mesh. Cube. Start with this. Right, dimensions. Now I've got this wrong every time I've done this so far. I think it's that one we need to pay attention to. That's going to be the front of the trailer on the green axis, which in Blender is Y. In Giants it changes to Z. We'll worry about that later. Right, X then. UK trailers have a maximum width of 2.5, so we'll go for 2.45. That is the width of our trailer. Right, so scale, shift, S for scale, shift X for scale. Everything but shift next knocks off the X axis basically. Right, shift Y. What are we looking at here? 4 meters? 4 meters will do, won't it? What do you think that for a base? Tab, text is in here, select the top face. No, that's selecting the top face. E. There we go. I wonder. This should do it as well. Right, that's E. Pressed for extrude. Select. Shift Z. Haha! Got it. E then. Z axis. Down into the body. There we go. That's pretty quick, wasn't it? Came together quite well. You have to do something about that back door though, that we've now blocked. Okay, delete face, delete face, delete face. Yeah, I can live with that. That gone below? Yeah, it has. Okay, so raise that up a bit more. Select you edges, boy, edges. Right then. Shift tab activates this little magnet dude down here. And if we go to edge, when we press G then and go on the Y axis, it'll lock it to there like that. How cool's that? And now you can find out that it's still too low. Which would be even easier if I went G and Z. Right then, shift tab knocks off the magnet. Control tab. Yes, there we go. vertex. 1, 2, so let's see if this works. Oh yes. Pressing F fills in the gap. So now we have a trailer. Right, the second part's going to be the swing door on the back. Shift A. We're in tab mode. Escape. D tab. Shift A. Mesh. Cube. G Y. Scale Y. We'll find out screencast before we do any more of these. Scale Z. Scale Y, shrink it a bit more, there we go. Scale X. Yeah, we're getting there. Right. Tab in. Make him a bit bigger, there we go again. Tab out, scale X. Give him something like. There we go. Actually, I'll need him a bit smaller than the back so we can get some locking mechanism. Decisions now. I know what I'll do. Control R. Loop cut. There we go. Shift tab. No. Shift A. No. Control A. No, Control Tab. So many buttons. Right, E. Scale X. That's better. Though would that be better as a cylinder? It would, wouldn't it? Yeah. Z, 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 Z. 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 Thank you. Right, I'm in the wrong one. Need to be in here. Control R, loop cut this. Ooh. Yeah, it'll do. They're going to be too big, though. It's going to look silly. Right. New plan. We can actually do this in here. Shift A. Cylinder, there we go. I do need it out now to rotate it, right. Oh, Y-axis, rotation, 90. Go. Scale it down. Getting back over here. Scale, Shift X. Scale X. There'll be a way of doing that differently as well, but I haven't figured it out. Not today anyway. Scale X. There we go. It'll do. Decisions. We'll join them up. Control and J to join them. There you go. Everything's joined now. Happy days. Control R. I want it in here. Like that. Help if we got a bit closer, maybe. That's better. I like it. Aha. It went all the way around. How come that's so tight up and that one's not? Because I moved it. Right, let's do that again then from the start. And then Control R. Ta-da, that's better. Shift tab. No, Control tab. Face. I need him. And we need him. Extrude this way. There we go. Yeah, not bad, is it? Not bad at all. That'll do. Right then. Tab again. And I could actually use that same bar. Tab back in there. Select him. Control and plus on the numpad. Select the whole thing. Shift D and his hours. Then hit the P button. Selection. Tab out. Tab in. Select the whole thing again. Shift D. Y. P. Selection. Rotate him again. He's on the Z now, look. Will it work on the Z? Yeah, it does. Ha. Set origin, center and mass. Shrink him a bit more though. What's this one? Everything but the X. Scale, shift X. That didn't work. What happened? Origin's wrong place. Scale, shift X. That's better. We're up to 10 minutes in. We're not doing too bad. Right then. So shift D, yes, X, get it over there. Awesome thing about Blender, you can just keep driving the mouse. Really enjoy that little feature. Right, you're there, good, right, shift, select you and you, Control J, join them up, origin, center of mass. Yeah, not quite what we're after. We need the origin to be in the middle of the damn thing. And he's not going to play nice. That's better. Origin, 3D cursor. So when it rotates now, it'll rotate on that, as you can see. Now this one needs to rotate on there. It doesn't matter that it's off-centered either. Rotate X. Ha ha ha. Right, there you go. Body of a trailer. Now for the chassis. We should shrink the floor, but it's maybe a bit late now. Right, chassis. Shift A, yes, mesh, cube. The cube always spawns at that thing, so we'll snap that back to center. Yeah. Object, snap to cursor. There we go, back in the middle. Scale Z, shrink it down. Should we do this as a proper chassis or just a flat base? We're better off doing a proper one, aren't we, really? So scale X. So A, rotation and scale. Location, that's going to be the fun one. So there we go, move it to that side. Scale Y. Shift D, X. You are X, Y, Z, so Control copy. Minus Control V, bang. There we go, part of a chassis. Probably shouldn't have gone that far in. It'll be fine. Control, no, Shift A, mesh, give it a mesh, scale, shrink it down to the back, scale Y, it's only going to be a light bar, so I don't suppose it matters too much how thick it is. Imagine it should have been definitely further underneath there. So G, Y, move them out of the way a bit. Scale X. See how many parts we get to this little series as well. Scale X a bit more. Scale Z. Hang in there. Right then. Shift tab, put this little gadget back on. G, Y, boom. Right then, Shift, D, Y, get over here. This is going to have to be toughened up a bit though. So scale X. Moving back in there, scale Z. Scale X, Shift Tab. Perfect. Shift Tab off, scale Z. Yeah, Shift Tab back on, G, Z. Oh, that's going to be fun. Oh, yeah, even they're not touching. Oops. I suppose that kind of works, but... Right then. G, Z, Z, yes. There we go. Everybody's up. Right, tab in, face, G, Z, got it. So add tab out of this, we can select them all, U, U, and U, Control J. There we go, drag that face out a bit more, so we've got something to work with. Control select the whole thing, Shift D, Y, because we're going to need somewhere to run the drawbar. We're going to need axle as well. Right then, so Shift D, Z, separate it for a minute, rotate on the Z axis this time. Slight problem. Origin again. Tap into there, drag this out. Control R, because I want this to be a low. Hitch, not the high hitch of the Brantner. Scale Z. About there maybe. We'll find out later on. Right then, the next one. Shift A. A Taurus thingy. Heavy on the polish, but makes a perfect hitch. There you go. Shift tab, get off. Select that face there and scale it down now to match this. How's that? Yeah, coming along quite nicely, isn't it? Right, just coming up to 20 minutes. Axles. Obviously it's going to have to be a sphere. Y, 90, scale, shift X. Problem is the axles are always sprung. Doing leaf springs is going to really make this into a lengthy project, so we'll simplify it for this particular operation. Yeah, we'll go for a cube. It's been tabbed in. Yeah, if you Control R brings up that left click, you can move them around. You right click, it'll perfectly centre it. Alt should also, yeah, selects the whole thing. Nice. But it does like a ring, so it selects everything. Z goes at a wireframe. C brings up this middle mouse button, deselects. Cool stuff. There we go. One spring. Going to tab. A to deselect everything, then reselect everything. Shift and D. Z. Scale on the Y. Scale on the Z. No, it's not going to do it. Oh, it is. Oh, that worked. D. Z. Scale on the Z. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. I need to scale on the Y. Duh. Then we scale on the Z. Shift D. This is coming together quite nicely actually. Scale Y. Last one then. Scale Z. There we go. One leaf spring. That couldn't have gone any better, I don't think. Scale X, shrinking with X, you don't need to be that big. Get this so I can see, because he needs to be centered. Ideally on the chassis as well. That's going to make it way too tall. I'll just leave him in there for now. Right, then make a note of the X again, Control copy, X, Shift D. Did you? Damn it. Oh, wrong button. Shift D, X, minus Control V. There we go. So select you, 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 and you, and you. Control J. There we go. Chassis. So now we have a chassis and a body, a back door, and the arms. I'm going to call that video 1, guys, because that trailer is done now, apart from texturing. So we'll do the texturing in the next video. We'll catch you then. Bye.